I am on my way to work. I did not do a video this morning to show you what I'm eating today. Instead, I inserted a picture simply because it's all fruit. Okay, it's not all fruit, but it's all totally 0 points food. And the reason for that is because we actually have a work lunch today that I need to go to, and it's Mexican. So Mexican is a little challenging for me because I feel like it's often points heavy. So let me tell you first of all what I'm having the rest of the day, and then I'll tell you what I will be choosing for the work lunch. So on days when I know I'm going out to eat, usually it's like a Friday night or whatever, or the weekends, when I know I'm going out to eat, I will eat 0 points foods, mostly fruit, for the rest of the day, and I am able to stay pretty full and very satisfied when I do that. So I don't see a problem with that today. I brought a banana, a pear, an apple, all 0 points. I brought a few of those mini bell peppers, 0 smart points, and then some sugar-free Jello for 0 smart points. That is plenty of food, especially because I guess I probably really will only have to deal with breakfast, because once I have that Mexican lunch, I'll probably be full for the rest of the day, at least until dinner. So if that's not enough, I also have some sugar-free unsweetened applesauce at work as well, which is 0 points. So that's what I'm taking. I also do have with me in the car my 0 point cup of coffee, 1 tablespoon of fat-free half and half, and 1 tablespoon of sugar-free hazelnut creamer for 0. So we have this work lunch, and it's catered. It's not required that I go, but it is kind of expected. We have had it catered from this particular Mexican restaurant before, so that is good because that means I know pretty much what they're going to serve. I know there's going to be beans, rice, salad, burritos, and enchiladas. And then, of course, tortilla chips and salsa. So my plan and my strategy is to just choose 2 items, like 2 things that I most want to eat, so that I'm not having a little bit of everything and having to track more points. I feel like this will help cut down on the points. And really, I'm not crazy about the beans and rice. My stomach cannot handle beans anymore for some reason. And the rice, I can have rice like all the time. So the beans and rice are a no-go. The tortilla chips add up too fast, so not interested in those. So what I'm going to be having is one of the chicken burritos, and then a small serving of, I think it's chicken enchiladas. So in the tracker, of course, this restaurant is not in the tracker because it's a local Burbank area restaurant. It's delicious, but yeah, it's not in the tracker. So in the tracker, a large chicken burrito is 9 smart points. So that's what I'm tracking for the burrito. I think what they do is they actually make a fairly large burrito, and then they cut them in half for the catering. So it's going to be half of like a jumbo burrito. So half of a jumbo burrito I'll count as 1 large burrito. 9 points. Chicken burrito. And then on the enchiladas, chicken enchiladas, I can't remember if I'm tracking a half serving or maybe a serving is only 5. Hang on a minute, let me check. Okay, so the enchiladas are, I think, 8 smart points per serving. What I have pre-tracked is a half of a serving of chicken enchiladas for 4 smart points. So the way they cut up the enchiladas, they're pretty small, really small servings. So I'm comfortable with 4 points for the enchilada. So a half of a large, or a half of one of those jumbo burritos, 9 points, and a small serving of chicken enchilada for 4 points. That will be a 13-point lunch. And then they also serve salad. So I will fill up the rest of my plate with salad and use salsa as a dressing. So a 13 Smart Point Mexican lunch is not too bad, and I think it will fill me up for the good part of the day. When I get home tonight, the plan is to have one of my super low points dinners, which is spaghetti squash and chicken. Chicken is super low in points, spaghetti squash is 0, and I will top it with 0 Smart Point fire roasted tomatoes. So that is how I'm making this day work with my points, and I will take a picture and show you guys lunch when I get there. No talking, just pictures, sorry. Anyway, have a great Wednesday, everyone. I will not be doing, I won't be walking at lunch, but I will probably be able to take my morning and afternoon walk breaks, so I may have a chance to check in with you then. Other than that, I am running 4 miles after work and doing 10 minutes on the rower, and that is my Weight Watchers day. So I basically just ran it all down for you. I don't need to show you any video, but I will. I will show you the food as we go. Talk to you guys later. Hi guys, first walk break of the day. I am freezing. It is so cold in my office, so cold. And then I come out here and it's 71 degrees. But notice I still have my coat on because I am freezing. And after I said this morning, I said, sorry, I'm walking past people. Little embarrassing. Hang on. Okay, after I said I will probably be okay with the amount of fruit that I took, I have been weirdly hungry this morning, like starving. So that's kind of weird, but I'm rolling with it. I already had my banana, I already had the apple. Had the apple about 10 minutes ago, and apples I find are very, very filling. So it's about 11:45, and hopefully the apple will hold me over until we have lunch at 1 o'clock. If not, I'm gonna eat more fruit. I'm not gonna stress over eating 0 point fruit because I really, like, that never happens. I maybe have 1 or 2 pieces of fruit a day. So if I have to have more today, I'm not worried about it. Anyway, I'll touch base with you guys on my second walk break and let you know how lunch went. Bye. Hi guys, so it's afternoon and I am just chilling at the park. Actually on my second walk break of the day. I was not going to go, number one, because my feet hurt because I didn't wear the right shoes. Not wearing boots or heels, but just not walking friendly. But here I am, I sucked it up. Number two, I didn't want to come because my Fitbit again. I charged it last night and I forgot to put it on my arm, so I can't win with that thing. So there will be no tracking of any steps today. I'm going to actually add my run to the Weight Watchers activity app after I do it, but all my other steps for the day are just gone, so whatever. Anyway, lunch was so delicious. It was so good. The burrito was amazing. The enchilada was amazing. It was awesome. It was worth being a little hungry in the morning for that. So I also had a lot of salad, but salad is like, meh, I can have salad anytime. So yeah, it was really, really good. It was worth it. Anyway, I just wanted to pop in and say hello. I got nothing else. I actually need to get back to work because my boss is there and I need to do something productive. So I'll check in with you guys after my run. Bye. I forgot to tell you that after lunch, this girl was hijacked to go to Baskin Robbins and I had nothing. It was actually pretty easy though because I was pretty full and pretty satisfied from lunch. So no ice cream for me, not today. That's fine. Anyway, Okay guys, 4 miles on the treadmill, done. 10 minutes on the rower, done. I look like a drowned rat. Why is it that some people can look so cute after they exercise and during their exercise, and I just look ridiculous? Anyway, I ran at 6.8 miles an hour for 4 miles. It was actually kind of refreshing to just run at a mellow pace for a mellow number of miles and not be pushing it like too hard. It was still, it was still running, it was still challenging, it was still exercise, but it was nice to have a bit of a break, although I did take a break all weekend long. So anyway, I actually got hungry this afternoon sooner than I thought I would. I thought the burrito and the enchilada would carry me over longer than it did. I think I got hungry. I had my Jell-O around 4:45 or 5, so, but I was hungry a little bit before then, so just a little surprising to me, but kind of goes to show that it's not the number of points. So just because you have a higher point meal does not necessarily mean it's going to carry you over longer. So for me, it's about protein, and I like to have a good balance of protein and carbs. Protein to help carry me over and for satisfaction, and carbs for taste and mental satisfaction, if that makes sense. Because if I have a meal or a day where I'm just all about like vegetables and protein, then I really do miss the carbs, and then I overdo it on carbs. So for me, the best balance is protein for satisfaction and lasting power, carbs for taste and mental satisfaction, and vegetables or fruit for volume. That's what works for me. So I had my Jell-O, so everything that I packed this morning I have eaten except for the pear. I am slightly hungry right now, but nothing crazy. However, I am excited to head home and have dinner. I was going to talk to you guys about Step Into Tracking. Step Into Tracking is a challenge that M. Wilson does. M. Wilson has a YouTube channel. It's M. Wilson Fit Fam. She hosted the Step Into Tracking the New Year, which I participated in January, and I do think it was very beneficial for me, and I know a lot of people did really well on the challenge and lost some weight and established some good habits. So I believe the rules of the challenge this time around are, number 1, to track everything you eat. I got that down because for the most part I do. It's really, really rare that I don't track what I'm eating. Number 2, work out at least 5 days a week. That I have a handle on for the most part. However, I am going to make that a goal for the month of March. Number 3, choose a step goal and aim for that step goal every day with a step goal of at least 8,000. For the last challenge, I did 13,000 steps a day, and I honestly don't think I can feasibly go over that on a regular basis. On the days when I am able to do my walk breaks, my lunch walk, and run after work, I can hit like 22,000, but that's not like an everyday thing, and that's definitely not possible on the weekends. So I think I'm going to keep my step challenge at 13,000. And then I want to say, and then there was the water challenge, which I don't participate in because my body processes water differently, and so I just drink to thirst. I don't count water at all. So I'm going to unofficially participate in the Step Into Tracking challenge for March. I will try to report on how it's going when I remember to do so. I will try to put it in my planner as well. I am only really what I'm going to focus on is working out 5 times a day. That'd be horrible. Working out 5 times a week, tracking everything, and loosely the 13,000 step goal, but I also really want to maybe kind of hand in hand with the working out 5 days a week. I really want to hit 30 something smart points 5 days a week. If you've been watching me for a while, you know I have a tendency to go over at times. When I go over, I go way over. So the whole point of me minimizing the number of points I eat during the day and even in the evenings for my meals is because I'm trying to balance the days that I go way over. So it does seem to be working because I'm still staying within my lifetime range. I actually lost a couple pounds this week, so it's crazy, but I seem to find some sort of balance. I want things to be a little more steady though. Like I want to be able to count on being within a 30-point range during the week, and then maybe just having some higher point weekends. So that's kind of my goal for March, if that makes sense. So I just wanted to touch base with you guys, and if you have not heard of Step Into Tracking, I would highly recommend to hop on over to M. Wilson's page. I am subscribed to her, so if you look at my subscriptions, you will probably find her, and yeah, join the challenge. She's also on Facebook as well, so if it's easier for you to do Facebook and participate in the challenge, I would highly recommend that. And then you should also follow M. Wilson anyway, because she's lost like 60 something pounds. She is now a Weight Watchers leader. She's been very successful and she's highly motivational. So I highly recommend that you watch her YouTube channel as well. Anyway, I'm headed home. Let's see, I did bake my cakes last night, and tonight I just need to mix up some cake pop batter. If I have time, I really should start on the cake pops. If I didn't mention, I have a cake pop order due this weekend. I have cupcakes due on Saturday, and I also have a cake for a dinner party that I'm making on Saturday. So I have a few orders to do this week, and I typically try to plan them out and do what I can in the evenings so that I'm not overwhelmed by doing everything on Friday night. However, with cupcakes and cakes, there's only so much you can do in advance because obviously you want your product fresh. So I will be having a very late night Friday. I'm not looking forward to it, but I will be decorating 4 dozen troll cupcakes Friday night, as well as baking the cake for the dinner party. So the cake pops I can do ahead of time, and I will try to have those done before Friday. But yeah, I'm just trying to do a little bit every evening so that I'm not overwhelmed on Friday. So yeah, that's what's going on with me tonight. I wanted to report back about the gum, and I wish I had the package of gum. I do not. But the kettle corn popcorn gum that I got at Weight Watchers, I love it. It tastes really good. So if you've ever had Jelly Bellies, like the popcorn Jelly Bellies, it tastes similar to that, only a little more fake. I think the popcorn Jelly Bellies are just like astonishingly real. Like when you have them, it's like, did I just have a piece of popcorn? But so these pieces of gum are close, but a little more fake tasting. I liked it. So 0 smart points, and I think you could actually have up to 7 pieces of this gum before you hit 1 smart point. I will never have that many, hopefully, in a day. But yeah, 1 piece was very satisfying. I liked it. It was a nice little afternoon treat after lunch when everybody else was having ice cream. So anyway, I will check back in with you guys when I get home. As I mentioned earlier, I'm having an uber low points meal for dinner tonight. It should be 3 points for my whole meal. Okay, except for the wine, which is always 14 smart points. So 3 points for my dinner, 14 for the wine. I'm kind of feeling like it's an extra glass of wine night. So that's fine, because that will still put me in the 30-point range. If I don't have the extra glass, I'll be at 30 points. If I have the extra one, I'll be at 37. If I have the extra one and get crazy and have a snack, I'll be at 39. So I'll still be in the 30-point range. So that's what's happening for me, and I will check in with you guys again in just a little bit. Bye. Okay, here is my 3-point dinner tonight. I'm so happy that this entire plate is 3 smart points. It's piled pretty high. It looks really good. So here's what's on my plate. First of all, I have a cup of spaghetti squash, which Eddie was nice enough to cook and shred for me. This, if you've never had spaghetti squash, this is what it looks like. And it makes such a great substitute for pasta for 0 points. So love it. So on the bottom is a cup of spaghetti squash, and then I have, let's see, 5 ounces of grilled chicken breast. That is 3 smart points. On top of that, or mixed in with that, I have diced tomatoes for 0 points, fresh basil for 0 points, and then on the top I have a 1/4 cup of Kraft fat-free shredded cheddar for 0 smart points. So super simple meal, just spaghetti squash, chicken, tomatoes, basil, and the shredded cheddar. Very simple, very delicious, 3 smart points. And then over here I have my 2 glasses of red wine for 14 smart points. 1 glass is 7 points. So here's my dinner all together, ready to dig in.